Hey there, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome to Casual Friday.
Woo, woo, woo.
We need that every time. I want that every time I do an intro.
Enthusiasm.
If we're on the desk in the future, I need that too.
That's just the energy that I want to every Casual Friday.
We're here for esports,
just
and you just hear like three people just go, woo!
It's, hey, 3 people, still a live audience for me, right?
That's
what
still some
matters.
motivation.
And you're only going to find that level of hype because
Right here.
we're hyped for Casual Friday.
Nice.
Yeah.
And we're starting with Jmac at a computer.
Hey, I'm back after being gone for a week on vacation.
How was your vacation?
It was nice. I got
If you had answered anything other than that, I would have felt sad.
Well, God, I hope I wouldn't answer anything but that. I mean, I got to spend a week out at my parents' place. I got to see my 2 nieces and my nephew, and unfortunately, I didn't get to meet my 3rd niece because she's still in the NICU right now, NICU. She's fine. Everything's okay. She just had to stay there a little bit longer. Then I got to see all my sisters.
Thanks for explaining that, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm sure you saw it flash across my face where I'm like, the hell did he just say?
Yeah, they're doing fine. I got to see my sisters, got to see my parents, and then I also got to bring home a new little member of the family, a new little puppy. So little Sobek is now home with his big brother Kepri.
You call him Beck?
We call him Sobi as
That
for short.
was my other option.
Yeah, we call him
had 2.
Sobi for short. I'll probably
Sobi
call.
is cuter than Beck. That's my bad.
Well, I also realized that my in-game Smite status that I set probably like 3 years ago is the Council of Beck.
Council of Beck. That's the one. I was gonna say I see it all the time.
So
I wanted to ask you though, on our episode last week.
Yeah.
And I know you already addressed this to me, but please act like it's the first time I'm bringing it up.
Okay.
I may have instructed the YouTube commenters to comment
really?
something about you.
What did you tell them to comment?
No, I'm not. No, I know that you saw it. What was your reaction? Because I told all the commenters, I said, "Don't bring this up. Just comment Jmac like shoes." And I'm like, I know he watches these, so he's gonna see it, and he's gonna be like, "Well, now I have to watch this whole video to figure out why they're saying this."
Right. So I know that your little bit at the end of the This Week in Smite is to say, comment this down below. So the first thing I did when I go to any of our SMITEPro videos is I go to the comment section just to like see what people are talking about with the video, because obviously, except for last week.
You have such a crazy strong mental for that. The last thing I do when I go to anything I'm in is go look at the comments, because the last time I did it, the first thing I saw was, man, I was really excited for this match until I saw Gore was casting. So I closed it. I was like, I can't watch this. I can't read these anymore.
And I meant that as a compliment.
Yeah, it was crazy. Trelly's like, I was sitting right next to him the whole time, and I hated it then too.
Yeah, but I was like, and now I'm super excited because Gore's casting. That's what I meant. I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah, so the first thing I did, I scrolled down to the comments of it, and the first comment I see with like 5 or 6 upvotes is Jmac like shoes, and I'm like, well, I mean, that's true, but like, why is he saying that? And I scrolled down, I see it 3 or 4 more times, I'm like, Trelly must have said to do something at the end of the show. So I like watched a few of the clips as I went through. I didn't watch the entire video, but I kind of skimmed through, but then I got to the end, and it's just like, oh, you know what? Since he's not here, comment Jmac's like shoot.
I knew I'd get you.
I'm very impressed with your follow-up being, well, yeah, that's true. I think I'm ambivalent towards shoes. I like them when they are.
Look, I'm not like a shoe connoisseur, and I also don't have the money to buy nice shoes. But
I like Trelly's shoes.
But I do like shoes.
That dude wears good shoes.
I'm gonna get the Pokemon Croc collab when those come out as well, because those are pretty nice.
Those are high-res shoes. You got your One Piece shoes.
Sure do.
Lermy's got a lot of shoes that look like they could kill me.
That's true.
They're either really tall or really pointy.
Admittedly, you also, they're equally parts shoes that could kill me, shoes that could kill you if you step wrong.
Yeah,
like
I might break my ankles in 17 different places, but it is worth it.
I do love that we went from Smitedle.
It's a shoe podcast.
Smitedle into
our
into
Smite
our
to just a casual podcast.
Just yapping with the squad, and that's always fun too.
You know what, Trelly? Thanks for starting up the segue for us. We'll jump on in and hop over to Smitedle.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't jump in a segue; you jump on a segue.
Sorry, correct. That's right. Unless
Paul Blart,
Mall Cop style.
Yupper.
So it's time for a little bit of Smitedle. Again, we'll give a little shout out to Andres Borbus, who is the creator of this website, and we'll kind of just jump ourselves right in.
Sobek.
So good at this.
Oh, you want to start? Okay, we'll start Sobek.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yep.
It's a good one to start. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
yeah.
Not a guardian, not a supporter solo, not melee, and not magical. So we have
a Manhunter. That's newer.
Oh, it's also
it is a newer
Hachi
one.
Man.
You know, King Arthur's a good middle ground because he was about 4 or
He's not
5
a
years.
Well, it has
but
to be
it
ranged.
can't be a solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it can't be solo.
range.
Okay.
I'm going Hachi Man again.
Hachi?
Hachi's a good one. It's kind of in the middle.
Let's do a Hachi Man. Also, yeah, not melee.
He's not right, but he gets us.
Oh
close.
my gosh,
oh,
Gore.
2017 is the right
You
year.
Nailed it though.
Okay,
Okay,
so
so
the same
what was
What
it?
other
Was
hunter
Chernobog that
came
year?
out?
Was Chernobog 2017?
It's
No,
close.
he would
I
have.
don't think
No,
so.
he would have been 18.
So
I
what
think.
is it? Hold on. What does it say are the high single target damage and high mobility? So this person
nose.
sucks at moving,
But it's
and they can only do AOE.
So it's not Cherno Robert then.
Yeah, it's
When
not
did- when did- oh my-
Chernobog.
Is Kernos this year? Or is Kernos 2?
Kernanos was
Early.
season.
I would
Actually,
think-
it might be certain because I think
I'm
he
gonna
was
keep it
season
100.
4.
I was still casting paladins this year, so my brain doesn't remember those.
Oh, nice call, Lerm on the Kearney.
Kernos.
Not bad.
It's
There
one
we
of the
go.
First scribes that I went from 0 to diamond
I
when
love
they
this
came
guy.
out within the week. It was a very good time.
I love Cernanos. He's one of my favorite hunters that I go back to even when he's not meta, just because he's so much fun to play.
Yeah, his dash is really cool.
All right, what do we got next here? Ability.
Oh.
That's a leap. Is that Nike's leap?
I want to say it's not Nike Sleep. I think
Is
it's
that Feather
Bacchus-
Step?
I think
Or
it's
is that Bacchus
Syrup. It's either
takedown?
No, it's Feather Step.
It's Feather Step, right?
Step?
It's
Oh,
kind of
so it'd be a
Wheelish,
wheelish.
Yeah.
Yep.
Ooh,
There it is.
whee!
Nice call on the feather
Like,
step.
all of us
I was,
just go.
I was between that and Bacchus Early.
Tilt our
Alright.
heads so we can see it properly.
All right, so skin. This is the one that blurs out the skin, and we have
Yeah.
to guess
I'm
it.
ready.
Okay, let's see.
This one's usually quite
you
easy.
said-
Yeah, let's say that's the
I wrote the voice pack for that one.
set.
Yay.
Yay.
I feel like
Think about
that's
how I know.
cheating.
I know
wrote the
every
voice
skin
pack.
that I write the voice pack for.
All right. So, did y'all do something special for the item one last?
We did
time?
something special for the
Ability.
Ability.
the ability.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
We would close our eyes and let someone go one at a time.
Oh yeah, we
Okay,
yeah,
true,
that's
true,
right.
true. All right.
We shouldn't do that with item because I've item names I just forget. I remember passives only.
All right, how about Gore has to explain it to us, but we can't
Okay,
see.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh wow,
I'm
this is gonna be terrible.
I'm gonna
Tell us what it
click.
looks like, Gore.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Wait.
Or do you
okay.
just know it?
I think I just know
If
it.
you just know it, you can do that.
Oh, I need. This is so bad. I need the color to remember because I'm pretty sure is Void Shield still like a thing?
Uh,
Well,
Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. Type Void Shield for me, Jmac.
all right.
You can look at the keyboard, bro.
Well, the thing is, I'm trying to cover because I got to type as well.
Oh yeah. Did you successfully avoid?
Void Shield is not,
Not
a
a
thing.
thing.
What?
What is this one called?
What does it build into?
Hey, you know what? I'm gonna be real with you. I can't remember.
Is it a
I don't
tier
buy
three?
this.
So, yeah,
item.
is it
So
what-
it's some kind of shield.
It's definitely a shield. Usually, I think it has like some orange.
Is it the
Orange?
You remember how I said I remember passives?
it-
that was obviously a
is it
blanket
pri-
statement.
is it enchanted buckler? Pridwin would be the gem. Is it blue?
What tier is it?
Yeah.
It's definitely that has to be a tier 3. It's
What?
like got a little thing in the middle.
Tier 3, it's a full item?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it a full item?
You're looking
Y'all
at a,
should, y'all should probably look at this.
Oh, that's tier
a
2
tier
Pridwin.
two,
No,
yeah.
that is tier 2. Okay, see, I don't buy Pridwin a lot, so like
Hey.
I was like, tier 3, you're just
Yo.
looking at an item in Smite and you
I
can't
got
tell
those
what
colors
it is.
right. I recognize the colors though.
Nice work. Nice work.
Well done, well done.
I legitimately don't remember the last time I bought Pridwin because I've been in the.
Pridwin.
Here's my secret to how I play Smite. I've played the same 4 gods and the same build
Yep.
for the last 4 years.
Hey, if you want
Here's my secret.
if you want to put me on if you want me to put you on some game, play some Kumba, man.
That's why
You'll-
anytime if I
you'll enjoy it.
if I
Speaking of cool, we're gonna talk about him a little bit in a
if
bit.
I tuned with Jmac and he asked me about an item, I'm like, you guaranteed know more than I do. You forgot to do ability.
No, we did ability.
Remember I got
Feather
feather
step for
Oh yeah, it was feather step.
But yeah, anyway, if you want to have fun in your arena game, just build Breastplate Pridwin on any character and you'll have a good time.
I don't play tanks in Arena Lermy. I'm not a nerd.
I actually,
play tanks.
the only reason I like playing arena
play a
and
lot of tanks
Assault
in arena.
is because I don't immediately force myself into support.
Please understand, I lock in tanks. I just build them damage.
yeah.
I don't build
Cringe,
tanks. How is that
cringe.
more cringe than being full tank in
Cringe.
Arena?
Nah,
I want to be full tank Artemis. I want to be full tank.
If you
I am-
play non-tanks
I am
and
full-
build them tanky, I can allow that, as long as it's not Nox.
No, I'm
It is
full
not.
tank immediate CDR Kumba card, and I'm ruining your lobbies and your days.
And I'm getting Sphinx's Bobble.
Now that
That too.
Kumba,
Well, yeah,
that
that
Kumba
too.
is as fun as he is, I will accept that.
I was doing this before when he was just bad, and I'm just trying to ruin everybody, including myself's day.
He's back.
He back. All right, now we jump over to the main course of this segment, which is the Reddit. If you go over to reddit.com/r/smite, you can always submit stuff and hope that you make yourselves to the Reddit page. We look at the top posts every single week that we do the segment. So this is filtered for the last 7 days. What are the top posts? And the biggest one is about card arts returning to Smite 2. Most of the default skins were using Smite 1 card art, but are redone to be more accurately portrayed in the in-game models. This is talked about on the Dev Insight on Wednesday, where card arts, at least for Smite 2, weren't technical card arts. They were renders of the model with some extra effects and details added to them to try and give a little bit of dynamicism to poses and things like that for them. But now it's going back to card arts. And the first example that we were shown was Loki's transformation, how he's going to look now moving from the original Smite 1 on the left to now how he'll be on Smite 2 on the right side.
Yeah.
He like actually looks like a person.
I saw people. The reason I even figured out about this was because I saw people thirsting over him on Twitter.
What a way to find out.
The post I saw was he's not purple anymore, which he never was purple. But I get the
When you see it side by side,
Like
this,
right here. Right here is definitely like a pink purple.
Yeah,
my dude has definitely been like running and is out of breath in that left side.
My guy's wearing leather gloves that are 2 sizes too small, and they're cutting off his circulation on the hand.
I do think there is a little, not to dog on the old card art at all, because that's still excellent, iconic
for sure.
card art.
100%.
There's just a little, fixes to the proportions that look really nice. There's some color adjustments.
Yeah.
That just feel more Smite 2.
The helmet change and like everything
That's
with his
more
facial
accurate.
structure. Yeah, it just like it feels. It's one of those things that like you didn't realize what you had, like because what we had was good, and now that you can see that it does in fact get better, it's like, oh wait a minute.
Changes
To
to,
make it
even the
even
changes
better?
to like the background
Go
as well.
further beyond?
You can see the background looks a little bit less like cluttered
like his
is a way,
kneecap
like
armor.
a little bit less detail in the background. The
But
moon.
look at his horn. Don't you feel like you could just go like you could just put your finger
you
on
could,
it?
like-
yeah.
Whereas,
Texture
like,
does
yeah.
feel really like realistic.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like
But
I've
it
seen
doesn't
that hanging
feel
in
like,
someone's den.
It's not like out of place either, which is really, really important.
got
I think it is like
Crazy
You
cheap.
can actually see the bottom of his shoe. Too.
That's
You can
yeah.
see
That's
like
what people were
the
saying.
sole of
I
his
can't
shoe.
tell you what some people were tweeting, but got something
There
to do
were
with his
lots of big
passive.
dubs
Yeah?
on the demonstration.
Oh yeah. Evan's show was full of dubs.
This was one
That's
of the
good
biggest
work
dubs.
by them.
And the crazy thing is we opened with this too. We didn't like
Yeah.
save this for like a big reveal later. This is like one of the first things we opened with was, hey, card arts are coming back, and the fact that within 2 days it reached the top post of the Reddit is
This
insane.
was a unanimous dub across the board.
Can we see
Very
the
good.
comments to see if they're posting things similar to what I saw on Twitter?
Chat was
Oh,
thirsting to it live. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, good,
I mean,
good.
not like hard thirsting, but
Plus everyone that gave feedback made a post. Plenty of others did too. Love that card arts are back. Same.
Yeah, just good vibes.
This is nice. HD butt chin. Let's go. Hey, hold on.
Hey, it's not a butt chin. He's just,
It's not quite the Peter Griffin.
he
butt
doesn't.
chin,
Yeah, he
but-
doesn't. He does not have the
does not have-
thick cleft that he does in the left image.
Yeah.
That is a remove card. It's always been something I loved about the game and its core aspect. Things you got compromised, fixing up some of the other ones.
Yeah, just hype.
yeah, just general good vibes around it.
LG.
Y'all passed the, I guess the vibe check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't
Not as
mind.
many people
We
thirsting
don't,
as
we
much.
don't mind the thirst post.
Yeah.
Let's be clear.
No, the third posts are funny.
Yeah.
but
It's
you
just we typically can't talk about some of the thirst posts and what was said in them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we appreciate.
Oh, crazy.
Really, what happened there is the phrase that I was going to use. I realized I probably shouldn't say on broadcast, so I had to rethink of how I was going to word it, and it just did not.
We appreciate the
understand.
positivity towards it.
Yep.
In whatever way
That
you
up.
deem to choose your positivity.
Good stuff.
How are you feeling about Mordred? So we got at least a little bit of a closer look blog to kind of show Mordred. If you're not already in the Discord, discord.gg/smitegame, we actually had a flash test go out yesterday, so some players got to try this one out. We're not going to be showing off any of the kits or talking about any invisibilities and whatnot, but just if you got a chance to play Mordred, what are your thoughts about him? Or if you read the closer look blog, what are your kind of thoughts there? Honestly, I think he just has a really cool design.
Can I
He's so fun.
the Achilles skin? I don't remember which skin it is.
And then I took.
I know exactly what it is. I don't know what it's
That's
called.
what it's called.
But the one where his one, he says for Mordred when he launches
Yeah.
his one. So I didn't know who Mordred was. So when I first started playing that skin, I always thought he said for Mildred. So I made this, I would always say for Mildred, and I'd blink in. And so now it's like a popular joke in my stream. Whenever I play Achilles, I say for Mildred. And now we have Mordred, so I'm probably going to keep calling him Mildred, but he does look great.
There's some really nice details, even just in like this render as well. Like
Mildred.
the break, in, like the little chink in the armor up here is really nice. The kind of rose thorns on one.
You can almost kind of see the heart on his sword. It's on the other sword, but yeah, the bigger sword literally has his heart on it because in our lore, he's died already, but he's come back and he's looking for vengeance.
I would follow him into battle, and I feel like he'd betray me, but I'd be okay with it.
Most of the time, they tell you to wear your heart on your sleeve, not on your sword.
Took the joke I was gonna say.
Did I?
Gotta be faster.
I was gonna make a reference to it.
Yeah. That's our one brain cell battling each other right now, Gore.
That's the only brain cell I got right now, bro. Did you see?
We're passing it. We're passing here. I'll
fail on tier 2 Pridwin earlier.
Here you go. I'll pass it back to you now. You can have the brain cell.
Thanks.
I'll just click through Reddit posts.
I always joke that me, Katie, and the dogs share 2 brain cells, and you just have to figure out which 2
are having them at any moment.
at any individual moment.
Dude, I just love edgy Dark Knight characters, and yeah, that is what Mordred is.
Yep.
Huh?
He is a bit of an edgelord, no doubt about it.
So one of the vibes that I saw mentioned was he has like a mixture of like Nightmare from Soul Calibur and like Sephiroth kind of combined.
Okay, Sephiroth is really creepy though. Mordred's not creepy; he's just intimidating.
Yeah, so it's with like the Nightmare, like specifically with like the armor typing, and then the weapon with the heart on it is where they got like the Nightmare kind of vibe from Soul Calibur.
Which one? Nightmare's the he got the big blade.
Yeah, he's got the
like,
big one.
Yeah, I played that guy a lot in Soul Calibur too. I'm terrible at fighting games though. So I stopped playing that.
I am awful at those ones.
The minute it became a hey, you can play against other people, I was like, I can beat the robot, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like I might struggle against the AI, but yeah. So make sure to keep an eye out on, again, discord.gg/SmiteGame if you want to join in there. Keep an eye on the announcements channel when flash tests go out. Usually they're like once to twice a week sometimes, and there's no prior announcement to it. It's just, hey guys, there's a flash test in like 5 minutes. Logins are about to be online, so make sure you're keeping an eye out there.
Okay, a very funny comment. Opwash mentioned that my Sephiroth hate train continues. Listen, okay, so in the Discord, in our ambassador Discord, I got added because they were like, oh, Lermy probably loves Mordred. And I'm like, yeah, no, he's cool. He's great. He's awesome. And then they were comparing him to Sephiroth, and I was like, I've said the same thing. I was like, Sephiroth's just a little bit creepy.
Which is like,
God, you hate Sephiroth. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, there's just a difference in the vibe.
Y'all remember, he's like a villain, right? Like, that's the whole thing. He's like the antagonist.
All right, well, people can like villains.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just don't have to support their belief. I don't know what Sephiroth does.
That's just
I
so
assume
funny.
he's evil.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so our next post, big one again, Snufflebox posting this one out, is the new change that's coming to Smite 2's damage style now. So previously in Smite 2, as you guys have probably seen, gods can build all items, which means that they can do different types of damage. They had different types of scaling, but there's a lot of complexity to it. And so to kind of make things a little bit easier to digest for maybe newer players and even for some of the long-term players who are maybe confused on, well, what ability is doing what type of damage, what is this god specifically doing, it's now been universally thrown across the board that all gods do now one type of damage. They either do physical or magical. So if you see like a Neith, you don't have to wonder, oh, do I need to build physical defense because this ability is going to be hitting me harder but her autos aren't? Do I need to be building magical defense because of these things? Now you don't need to worry. If you see a Neith, she's doing physical damage, you build physical defense, and you're good with that. The difference there is still going to be the different scaling. So you will still have strength and intelligence, but they all feed into the same damage type. So even if there's a god with full int scaling, they could still be physical in the terms of Neith. She's like mostly int, but has a little bit of strength in there. So it's all going to be physical or magical damage, but your scalings are going to be a little bit different.
Yeah, I think the one thing that I want to emphasize the most that people are forgetting or not realizing is that strength does not equal physical.
Correct.
And int does not equal magical. They have no relation at all. Just think of it more like in theming, right? If you're doing like an action like throwing a giant boulder over your head, that sounds like a pretty strength intensive task. Whereas like if you're casting a magic spell, maybe that is a more intellectual task. However, it can be kind of a similar thing. Maybe you're Mulan, and Mulan's like slashing her swords in a very quick fashion, very skillful fashion. Well, intelligence can also be used for that because you gotta get trained to be able to, you know, swing your sword in that way, things of that nature. So they can be either action. It's more so, is this more brutish or is this more calculated, skillful action?
And then
I giggled because Opwash in chat said, trust me, I know about int.
and then they're also, as mentioned, they're for tank style of characters, you know, the ones that were kind of like your Guardians and Warriors of Smite 1. Some of those might even have protection-based scaling thrown into some of their abilities as well.
Fun.
So keep an eye out for that. But again, all of it will do one type of damage. So if you face a god that's dealing physical, you just got to build your physical defense. If they're doing magical damage, you build that kind. The scaling is the only thing that's still going to be, I'll say, a little complicated, but a lot of stuff has honestly been color-coded. Like, if you go through the menus and you look at abilities, it'll be like, deals magical damage, and it's blue. Deals physical damage, and it's orange. And it'll say all that stuff.
Really nice thing about some of the stuff that we've been able to do in terms of the, like, actual tooltips is making those a lot more clear with icons, with colors, with being able to expand and close things. And, like, if you want more details, it's there for you at any point. And we're also working on that with the K screen where, like, it'll show you what you get when you level up every single time. It's going to be really, really informative, and the information will be there for you if you do want to see it.
I remember when Aggro first moved over onto Smite 2, he was at one point talking, he was like, yeah, I'm working on just descriptions right now.
Oh my God.
Like, that's all I'm writing, because he's like, we have to have descriptions that, like, we need, like, the full details and everything written out in case there are people who want that. But also we have it set so you can really just see type numbers. It's just like, okay.
Can if I may, for a moment here, I've been working on descriptions and stuff too.
Having a lot of fun, I've heard.
Having the best fun.
It's okay. So in Smite 1, we have basically like formatting for it, right? So like if you want something to be bold, we like type in brackets that it's bold or something like that. Like there's a couple like confusing things about that, but you know, for the most part, it's pretty simple. It's all one text block. In Smite 2, oh my God. The descriptions have their own dictionary. I swear to God. Every ability is like literally 10 scrolls worth.
You can click expand and like make it bigger.
But that's the thing about how detailed they can be, right? Is we have so many tools to make them really visually impressive and exciting and awesome that it is worth it to wade through all of that stuff to make sure that we're getting like the
10 pages.
Concise. Yeah, man. It's very okay. It is very confusing because there's also like for anyone who knows Unreal's game ability system or knows of it even, there is a specific like sub blueprint type that you can use that has like strings in it, right? And strings are essentially just like sentences more or less, or just words. The string table, which has every ability in the game in it, is already very, very long. Very, very long. But it is very nicely organized. So I can at least appreciate that it's really organized and really helpful for us to be able to, again, go into those details and make it really nice and color-coded. It's like, you know, you have those people that really like to get into their note making and like highlight things and underline things in different like sizes. Like, we can do that. We can do all of that. That's awesome.
I may or may not have spent like 2 hours so yesterday making a spreadsheet color coding what every ability does scaling wise for its typing. So like I have a like, oh, does this ability deal with strength scaling? Well, I'm going to color code it red. Does it do intelligence scaling? I've made it purple. Does it do both? I've given them a color for that. I literally have like an 8 color key right now, and I've done that with every ability for like all the gods in Smite 2 so far that have been seen for the public. And I will eventually, I'll just say now, I'm eventually going to release that one for the public so that way they can see, and I'll update it, you know, as we add more gods and whatnot into Smite 2, but it won't come out until launch because it technically has characters that aren't to like the public yet. So that will be ready.
You got unreleased info on there?
I got some
insider
info out there, Trelly.
Some insider trading.
So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, that's my ADD moment that I had earlier on yesterday, where I just spent like 2 hours making this big spreadsheet that has it, and I'm gonna clean up and keep working on it over the weeks. But back into Reddit, we can keep going down. Another one from Snufflebox talking about the updates to the environment art in Smite 2. So what
greens are more green.
What you see here is the
before,
which the before still looks pretty nice. You know, looking out there and how the Unreal Engine 5 goes, but it didn't really feel like Smite to a lot of the fans out there. It kind of just felt like we were playing in Unreal 5. Well, now it really feels like we're back in Smite, baby.
We are so back.
This is the fastest paver that we've ever hired as well. My goodness.
I feel
hope they got some good
really
overtime
bad
pay.
because there's a really cool detail they showed off that I know within 3 games I'm not going to be paying attention to. But it was that there's like grass. You can kind of see it on the edge of the lanes here, like in the jungles. And it was so neat because it's all around like the buffs and stuff. And it reacts to your targeter.
Yeah.
Like if you bring it and like so like it'll like
what?
smush the grass down like under
What?
your targeter and stuff.
Yeah, they're showing
And
off
it's
with honor.
it's one of those details that I'm like, this is really, really cool. I feel bad that I know 4 games in, I'm not even going to be thinking about it.
I mean, you won't think about it, but you'll surely notice.
I'll notice.
Yeah,
it.
so, like-
it'll
so,
still
like-
be real cool.
So like this grass over here, Charlie, like just the regular environment grass, if you were to take like, for example, they're showing off with like on her with this impale targeter, as you hover over it, it like pushes the grass down so it doesn't like get in the way of your targeter at all.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
It's
Really
very that's one thing that we're taking really seriously is like ability clarity and feeling like you can see what you're hitting, you can see what you're damaging, you can see what's damaging you. All of that stuff we're taking like as number 2 or number 3 priority. It's hard to say. There's a lot of really important things with performance being like very clearly number 1, but yeah, it's very high up there. It's clarity and just general ability to see things and hear things. And
I was a big fan of the chaos side. I think looks
yes,
it
Yeah, outside
is
looks
it
gorgeous.
love
looks
that
so
symbol.
much better.
We're almost there actually.
We get a little bit more. There's the before of the jungle on the order side. Now the after.
But yeah, you remember this grass? Because we were trying to film something in it the other day.
Mm-hmm.
This is the grass that goes down with your targeter. And you would think if I was paying more attention to my abilities when we were filming and not
I mean, we were
where I was and what we were specifically trying,
yeah.
we were getting very specific scenarios.
we were basically doing a movie script. Like, there's not much.
This looks so good now.
Yeah.
I love this. I always just love the autumn and fall style of vibe as well. So
cozy.
like I'm loading into every one of my games, hoping I'm on Chaos Team because I want to be looking at this for the majority
Couldn't
of the
be
game.
me.
I just
I
want to
always
speak
will be
this into existence because when we did Battle Sounds, we got to watch the winter map again. I can't wait till there's snow on this map.
Oh man, it's gonna be so nice.
Can you imagine
You know-
snow in UE5?
Not only that, I can imagine you could like
Footprints.
potentially
Oh my
even
God.
like make it.
Make it snow.
Yeah, so
You know,
that's
like-
what I'm saying, like an actual effect.
Hey, Laramie, this is like way down the line, but if that ever happens, can we do like so in GTA 5 when it's like winter, they'll put a bunch of snow on the map, but then like you can like scoop up and make snowballs.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
So like if we ever put snow on the map, can you advocate for me to make it so that we can throw snowballs? They become a little consumable.
And can you
Oh.
have like one in every 10,000 games played, Santa flies over before the game starts, and you don't tell anyone about it, and don't even confirm, but like nod your head that you
Make it-
you understand this?
yeah.
Yeah.
Make it slightly more often than 1 in 10,000 though. I want to see.
Really
How many? I guess it depends. I don't know how many games happen in a day.
A lot.
It should
lot.
happen
A lot of
once a
games.
day.
There's a lot of games.
It should
One
happen
Santa
3
a
times
day.
a day. Once in the morning, once in the afternoon, once at night. So everybody across all regions.
Everyone who queues like at this time will get that effect you're saying, or
Oh.
only
No.
like literally
Like-
one game.
From the hours of like 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. One game in that it happens.
Okay.
But then from 1 p.m. to like 6 p.m. at one game it happens, and then
Okay.
like 6 p.m. to midnight or whatever. So that way, no matter where in the world you are, it's guaranteed going to happen one time.
I mean, it
during
does.
your
It
game.
does take him all night to get across every
Yeah.
That's
in
true.
the world, right?
And he's got to fly over
But it can't be.
the battleground
Man, and
eventually.
it'd be hold on, wait.
Here's the thing,
This
though.
might be a bad idea because what happens if it happens to like an East Coaster all 4 times?
I'm just playing at 5 in the
Rage.
morning, guys. Like, what do you mean? Like, I got picked. Like,
Wait, but
I know
instead
there are
of-
people on the other side. Of the
Laramie at 4:30 sees Santa fly across the map.
Wait, but instead of Santa, it's the Krampus Cernunnos skin.
That works for me. I just
Is
want
there,
cool
is
Easter
there
egg.
a Santa's? Oh no, it's Bacchus.
Well, there is
Yeah,
the,
Father
there is the-
Krishmash.
Yeah, that's true. Father Krishmash.
Yeah.
But who would be flying?
Well,
Fenrir.
yeah, there's
Rudolph the Red-Nosed
Well,
Fenrir?
Doesn't Chiron
has
also have a Christmas skin?
Merry Miss?
He's
I thought
not like-
Chiron did.
I would think it would be way funnier with Fenrir. Too.
He's a reindeer. He just says, Merry.
What if it's a bunch of
Merry
Ratatoskers flying around
Oh, little
as an
red
army of
dot.
little flying squirrels?
Aw.
All right, our next one is talking about the Smite 2 Ascension Pass that was shown off
This
as
is
well.
just a Smite 2 podcast.
This is
I'm really glad I watched the other day, so I know what we're talking about.
This is one of the coolest systems that is in Smite 2 as well for the Ascension Pass. So you buy the Ascension Pass if you have Legacy Gems, which a lot of players are going to have those Legacy Gems. It'll cost you 450 diamonds, which will be the new premium currency in Smite 2, and 450 Legacy Gems. If you don't buy the Ascension Pass, you don't have to spend a single diamond or penny on it. completing the track will give you 225 diamonds. So with that quick math, if you complete 2 of them, you can then buy one of the discounted ones a little bit later down the road without having to spend anything. And then once you complete it, if you decide to pay for it, you get another 225 for completing it. So if you just do one Ascension Pass, purchase it, and complete it to 100%, you get the 450 diamonds you spent back, which means you technically didn't really have to do anything. You just got it for free. You pay one time, and you could technically just keep that cycle going and going. And if you buy the Founders Edition, Deluxe, or Ultimate, you get some of those already. So if you're ahead of the game, you might not ever have to spend a single diamond on an Ascension Pass because you could just go through with it.
They also have
Lots of cool stuff.
really cool things in them.
Yeah, can we enhance?
Because we had, what was it? I know when they were showing Susano, like I saw like his global emote, like where he was like running.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
The border frames that you get, the skin, like the effects, like it's just so cool.
If you like Giga enhance this one, which I don't know if we can do live on stream, but
hit control and scroll in with the mouse wheel.
Rank 6.
No, it doesn't work there.
A very fun emote. I love that little guy. It's the LFG. I won't.
I was gonna say
it
looks like.
Let's go.
Let's go. As on her, and that will be a mainstay in my emote lineup for sure.
Yeah. So I believe all of the free tracks along. So if you don't pay for the Ascension Pass, you just run the free track for all of them. Level 1, you get the clap emote. Level 3, you get, I think it's the assists. The assist tracker.
I think it's assist tracker.
Rank 5, you get the Onyx skin, which is kind of the equivalent of the legendary skin that we have in Smite 1.
Looks good.
Then you get the wave emote at rank 7. Rank 9, you get the kill tracker, which will go onto your loading frame for that god. You'll get to see how many kills and it starts tracking right away. It's not like as soon as you buy it, then it does it. It's tracking as soon as you start playing the game before you get to that point. So
numbers.
Yeah, you play 15 games of a god, and then you finally get that tracker put on there. It's showing what you did in those 15 games.
It is really funny.
I'm gonna get flamed when I get someone to rank 9. They're like, dude, you only have like 10
You got 3 kills?
Like, what are you
What are
doing?
you doing, brother?
When Ganesh comes out, I will be using the kills on him.
That's gonna be the best one. And then at rank 10 on the free track, you get the icon of that god that you can also put on your borders, is what looks really cool. And then if you do the paid track, there will be 2 other individual stat trackers that will be unique to those gods. So I think the ones they showed for Susano was called like stacks on stacks or something like that, which is how many times you get like your full passive stack on somebody, and then like objective kills that you have there. Yep. And all the gods will have unique stat tracks based on what what their god is.
I've been coming up with a few. I think I have some good ideas. I can't say what they are yet, but
you've been cooking.
I've been cooking. Yeah, these are very fun to think about. Like, what is something that you do somewhat frequently that you can count and measure in some way?
How many times I died on the god of death?
Yeah, having deaths would be really funny, but we do not.
I would.
Deaths.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I would absolutely rock.
I would rock. I would rock the death tracker in.
I just let people know, like getting into it. Like, yeah, I end. It's cool.
Oh wait. When we eventually one day get Keprian, it's got to be number of allies you've revived. That would be a fun one to track.
Yeah,
How many people's lives have I saved? Oh, wait. Ganesh is an easy one for a tracker. How many kills have you gifted to other people?
Yeah.
We're already
How
cooking.
many people can't speak?
How many times do you tell someone, don't speak? Continuing along with it, with the Onyx skin that you get on the free track, if you get the premium track, you also get the Opal skin, which looks a little bit different on every god out there. So some looks really nice on, some maybe not as much.
Pinky, purples, greens, a little bit. It's also like kind of pearlescent, which I think is fun.
Yeah.
You get the emote at rank 6. At rank 8, you get a unique title that is kind of usually the shorthand of the actual god title. So I'm not sure what on hers is, but if it's Slayer of Enemies for on her, it'll probably be like Slayer or something like that, so, and then it'll have your name with it. And then at rank 10, you get a lot of stuff. You get that title. You get the Radiant skin. You get the 225 diamonds, and I think there was one other thing that you get with it. Lermy, if you remember, I don't.
You get the badge for free. There's one more thing.
You get like 3 things at rank 10, and also just buying.
Oh, you get the border. You get the.
Oh, that's right. You get the cool border.
And I'm gonna tell you, they showed the one specifically. I think it was the Ares one that they were showing off.
The chains.
That was so cool.
And all of them are that cool. I'm not even joking. That's not me gassing anybody up. That's literally me just saying I would use all of them.
And then can we pull the cameras away, or at least if we could just pull Gore's camera, because there's 3 other things you get just for buying the pass, by the way. You get a Shadow skin, which if you never got a chance to get the shadow skins in Smite 1, they're sick. Guess what? They're back for every single god that's coming out in Smite 2. You get another extra little stat tracker, and you get a little mastery icon that'll pop up on your stuff as well. So you can show that off. And then, probably the biggest boost of all of it, you get a permanent 25% worshiper boost
I've done
on
the
that
math,
god.
ladies and gentlemen. I've done the math.
Oh, Lermy's done math?
In theory, in Smite 2, I know I haven't done a lot of testing like I've done in Smite 1, but
I've done a lot of testing.
in Smite 1, I've done a lot of testing.
Right.
There's an amount of testing that I've done in Smite 2. Ranks 1 through 5 will be faster in Smite 2 than in Smite 1.
Ooh.
But the overall time is slightly longer to fully master a god to rank 10 in Smite 2. Not by much, just a little bit. So if you are playing without the 25% boost, you're probably going to see a time frame of like 25 to 30 hours around that to master a single god to rank 10, which is pretty long. But with the boost, it gets closer to the 15, 20 hour mark, which, will depend on how long your games are, how much you're winning or losing, all of those kind of things. Because again, worship boosters don't exist. This is the only kind of worship booster that you're getting in Smite 2 right now. There's no account boosters, things like that. So the math is mathing.
What
It
you're
is going to
saying
be a
is-
I wonder
long
if
time
it's-
commitment.
If I want to like pull a Lermy and have every single god
Yeah.
at max rank,
I've been thinking about that a lot.
yeah, I need to start like putting the work in like yesterday.
I also wonder, and feel free to say that we can't say it yet or we don't know for sure yet, but I wonder if it works the same as Smite 1 where the different modes between like Conquest and Arena also yield different amounts.
I don't think so.
Because like
I
in
could be
like
wrong, though.
like Conquest gives the most amount of worshippers in Smite 1 for the time spent playing in a win, versus Arena where you spend a lot less time doing it, but getting win you're gonna get a pretty consistent. What is it, like 8 to 12 or something like that? I can't remember what the exact number is.
It's so hard because I worship boost every game.
But it's because like each mode has like a different value of worshippers you
Lermy
get
says, "I
based
can't
off of
remember a time
the
where I
game
wasn't
mode itself.
grinding
So
for
it's like a
stars."
win, the time spent is all different for all the different game modes. So like, I wonder if that's translating to Smite 2. I don't know. And
yeah, I couldn't tell you the differences between modes. I want to say they're all the same, but I could be wrong.
all right.
We'll just have to find out in game.
Okay, I saw this and I think that this is really funny.
This-
and feel free to say if this is actually a bug and not intended
This
or
is not a
not.
bug. This is
Pause.
intended, not
This
a bug.
is intended. Oh, this is so
So
good.
this was an SK Peso clip. You can tell because of the UI. But also,
What is this?
I was when I was looking for clips for this weekend Smite, I had already grabbed an SK Peso clip.
Oh yeah.
So spoiler alert.
Escape Peso.
Then I saw this one and I was like, is it too much to submit 2 of these in one? And I decided to not. I decided to skip it. So I'm really happy it's showing up here.
Yeah.
He's in chat. He says, "Dog, why am I being cooked? Because your HUD is crazy, bro."
Yeah, I've talked at nauseum about this.
We've sufficiently cooked him from the SCCC, so I'll leave him be for now. The only thing I don't really like on it is this over
Your
here.
abilities
But
are so small.
also, hold on. Can I just say that I never noticed because I've never got like close up full screen. They're not aligned. They're not even aligned together.
Yeah,
Hey,
look at his
Hey, this
KD,
ain't
man.
me.
His KD's not aligned either.
This ain't me.
That's what always.
That's
Never
well,
mind.
I mean, we've pointed that one out. I don't know if we ever pointed out that
It's
the abilities
incredibly-
and stuff aren't aligned.
It's
there.
incredibly
Anyway.
unique and it makes you stand out. There's how many
How many
other
pe-
people can you pull up a screenshot like this and have us know who it is?
Without any names on screen, we can immediately say this is SK Peso. Like
There's very few screenshots that boil my blood like this man's HUD.
but yeah. So here we go.
This was very
Yamoja
funny, though.
Fatalis
not a bug.
is intended and is very funny that she just gets.
The
I also-
structure HP in the middle of the screen is also so.
Hold on, pull me away because you need to see the build.
Like
Because
this-
it's not just the Fatalis. They've got rings.
Oh yeah.
Oh, brother.
Look at this.
What role is he?
I'm gonna guess
Solo?
mid.
No, there's a Ra.
He only plays support. There is a Maui on his
There
team,
is a
though.
Maui.
Hey,
So
guys, we won.
oh, he's ADC.
What
Wait,
is
then
happening?
who's your? Is that a Danza support then that you were playing
no,
with?
no, there's a Maui.
Oh God, where Danza solo?
Onto mid.
Yeah.
Peso. Oh, it was a Danza support. Oh my.
What?
So what do you have? A Maui solo then? Maui mid?
Oh my god.
What?
Maui solo. Okay.
What?
All one, huh?
Look,
What
maybe-
elo is this?
This is SK Peso, so it's probably I'm gonna say what 20,
Bronze 12?
2200. I don't
Wood
know. I'm
7?
I'm taking a random
I mean-
guess. 2700.
Yep.
Grow up. There's no way you beat a team with this build.
Wait, that's a good question. Did you win or lose this game?
No,
He
he
said we
said we
won.
won.
That's why I don't
Okay,
believe
okay.
it.
All right. All right. You got your silly Fatalis shenanigans.
Is there a dislike button?
Actually, yes, it's that. Downvote.
No, don't do that.
No, we'll upvote him. All right, our next post is Elf Supremacy. Hires in 2010, no elves. Hires in 2024, elves.
Is this a reference?
I think it's supposed to be Global
Is that
Ascender.
tribes?
Tribes.
I mean, it has to be.
I think it's got to be like.
Oh, you know what? When
Tribes
you said Global Agenda, my brain conflated it with a completely different game. I was like,
Yeah.
I wasn't even out in 2010.
Gotta be one of those ones. But
I'm gonna assume tribes.
But there is elves in Smite.
in
Sure
Smite,
are.
You know,
Elves.
thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
That's good art.
that is really nice art. Our good friend Blues Ultra appears once more,
Look
showing
at
us
these crazy buffs.
about the update recap. Now, I'll be honest, I missed this patch notes because I was gone on vacation.
Hey, just all you
I
need
was
to
sitting
know
in the
is,
pool at that point.
Kumba real good.
Yeah, I know Kumba good. I remember when Kumba was getting buffs. I didn't realize how crazy a buffs he was getting.
Yeah, can I tell you that if I was looking at the Kumba buffs on a Google Doc at 100% of like zoom in-ness, there's a word for that. I can't remember what it is. But anyway, it was over 1.5 pages long of just lines
Ooh.
of Kumba buffs.
Good lord. So Artemis gets a buff with her 1, reveals enemies who are trapped. Umbrella Ring gets some increased projectile speed and some better width. Regurgitate now deals damage in the area. As well as y'all extended the time
Yes,
that
up
he
to
gets
10 seconds
his
a bunch.
munchy time, which is insane to think about. Kumba just got a lot of stuff. Like, he got like everything. I've been seeing people play this god literally anywhere
He's
possible.
the most popular god in the game right now. Talk about a glow up. Can we
This
just
dude was
say?
like bottom 5 for the last like
He was-
3 years.
100% bottom 5, and now he is solidly number 1.
I've been seeing like
Crazy.
Kumba jungle, Kumba solo, Kumba
I know,
support,
and I
Kumba
know
mid.
a lot of people have been making Kumba videos, but I know that because of
There's a
Opwash
on Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he just like
More than me looking
highlighted.
for
He's
Kumba vids.
he's like, my favorite timeline, just seeing a bunch of Kumba, and then he keeps going back and adding new ones as he sees them pop up.
Charlie, you've got the chance. Camera's not on. Go for it.
Oh, I didn't realize that Discordia got also ultimate cooldown reduction with
Yes,
that. That is nuts.
She also can dash farther.
Oh my
In erratic
lord.
behavior as well.
Yo.
And hold more units, guys.
Yo,
10 units.
shout out Minichi, who has been advocating for Discordia buffs for like 3 years.
She's finally bad enough to warrant it.
Oh, that's so mean. What's crazy is like, I want to say it was somewhere around season 9. I was going back through and looking at like the nerf and buff history of gods to see like who's gotten the most and like least balance changes. Discordia from like her release up until like mid season 9 had only gotten 5 balance changes in that entire time.
She was very fine.
And I say that because like 2 or 3 of her changes were essentially reverts of each other. It was like, oh, she got like nerfed in damage here, and then it got brought back a little bit later. She only had like 4 or 5 actual balance changes that were like different and actually changed her numbers, which is insane. King Arthur Maui, there's a whole lot to look through there.
Sure are.
This is my screen right here, baby. This is where I get all my quick info on there. So read through all the changes that came through here with
well,
11.8.
Can we go back to that other screen?
Oh yeah.
Those gods on the bottom, those
Yeah.
are the fraud gods. If you're still playing them, you're wrong.
But I like Zhongqi.
I'm glad you like it.
Chang'e is one of my favorite gods in the game.
Zhongqi's my favorite god to
We
play
need to have a
all the
discussion.
wrong ways. Like
I think we
I'm
need
talking
to
like
revert and then buff Chang'e for me, please.
I'm talking like the 4K HP Curse Weaver Zhongqi games is what I like to play.
Let me tell you,
The
we were looking at ban rates this past week just to see like what had changed. You know, new patch, new ranked bans. Listen, there's still Chang'e, Freya, Medusa. These guys got owned. I'm not even joking. These were some big nerfs, especially with Freya getting hit with Fatalis as well. You know, Medusa got Aussie and Soul Eater gone as well. So, you know, I'm thinking that you guys need to find something else to ban.
Yeah.
People are stuck in their ways.
Changes
Sure
to the
are.
conquest map as well. Some adjustments to some of the spirit totems.
Lifesteal, we are so back.
Item changes. Good lord, y'all did a lot this patch. Y'all
We
were
sure
really
did.
y'all were really cooking up. I missed a hell of a show
Yes,
while I was
we
sitting in the pool that day. I
did.
should have had it tuned. I should have been tuned in. And then some new skins that came out. This is my favorite skin of the ones that
Very
popped out was the fletched fawn Artemis.
I'm a big fan of the Bit Blaster Apollo. I love that theme. And then, of course, the demons. I love the demons. They're
I played a lot of the demons on day one.
Yeah, Mercury has some pretty cool effects. Really cool voice pack, too. No bias. Chalk, also very cool. I
you-
forget what we talked about on the Past Notes show. I'm not going to repeat what we said, per se. But it had a great skin for a number of reasons.
If you want to make it rain lava, then play Charred Soul Shock. That's what I'll say. because I did that, and I looked at the rain effects, and I just sat there. And it was kind of like, you know when you're in the shower and you turn the water as hot as possible and you just like sit there?
Yes.
That's what I was doing, but in-game.
Yes. If the shower is not a volcano, I don't want to be in it.
Shout out Blues Ultra for another amazing graphic. Make sure you go out and play some of the patch as well. Try out Kumba in your games because he's really cool, really fun now. Next, to talk about more Smite 2 stuff with an update show or a dev insight show just a few days ago. It's no surprise we're seeing a lot of the Smite 2 information pop up here. Starter items are now back and will be their own unique slot. So technically, you can 7-slot items in Smite 2 now.
The 7th item slot is real.
Woo!
Consumable slots are also
The
back, so
item
those
slot
no
in the
longer
room with
take
us
up
right
parts of the build. I think this was one that a lot of people were happy about,
Oh
was the
my
consumables
God.
getting their own unique slots again.
As a big advocate of just even just moving things around, like the button layout is not really all that different, but just putting it in the place where they were in Smite 1 just feels so right. You know what I mean? It feels like the game that I've been playing for the past 10 years. But also a little bit different.
The Death said in chat, yes, it will be cross-platform.
Yeah.
Also adding in there, I don't remember if there was a post about it, but the way that the active items have also changed now is where before you could build as many active items as you wanted to. Me, I'm the weird one who always built 6 because I thought it was funny. You're now limited to only 3, max 3 active items.
Sorry, Jmac.
I've gotten nerfed exponentially in this next update.
You can still
and
go Big O mode, Pig O mode.
I can still go Big O Piggo, and that's and have a mushroom. I can have all 3 of my favorite items in one little spot, but then I can't have anything crazier beyond there.
I will say, people were asking why that limit was enacted, and the most succinct answer that I can give is keybinds.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do have to be very aware of our console friends.
Yeah,
and their
100%.
limitations and what they can press. You know, people are like, just put it on Q or R or E or any of these other, buttons or combinations of buttons. And then it comes down to like, if I am a console player and I need to click my left stick and my left button or whatever.
And a face button. It's just
so
like
many,
that's
so many combinations of things
in the middle of a team fight.
as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We tried to keep it as close to Smite 1 as possible in terms of the required button presses, keybinds, etc. We've added approximately 3 new keybinds, so it is a little bit of new things to get used to in terms of active items and things like that. There are still more, but now it is a lot more friendly for everybody that has played Smite 1 because the buttons are where you remember them.
Yep.
Your F key goes to your active. Your C and Z keys go to your consumables,
Your
etc., etc.
G is going to be your first one that was here for this one. Essentially, treat this first active like your second relic was in Smite 1.
Yeah.
And you get a couple additional buttons that you could use. That's if you choose to go active items, no active items, whatever you want to do with those ones. So a lot of cool stuff coming in with the itemization shop. I mean, the dev team has been cooking like crazy over these last few weeks to get all these changes in, because you guys saw what Alpha Weekend 4 looked like, and you're already seeing all these changes. Remember, Alpha Weekend 4 was only like, what, 3 weeks ago, if even that?
Yeah, we've been
it is
going
crazy.
back here at
I'm gonna say
Uh-huh.
completely unrelated to this. It's more on topic with the next thing.
Yeah.
I'm ready to roast the hell out of Bobby.
I was gonna say,
Okay,
I
like,
see
so-
inbound approved.
So, all right,
I'm like,
so
all right,
I will
hold
say,
on.
you see this is 5 days ago, so this is pre-patch. This is still 11.7 bonus, so take that into account.
Nope.
I did go through and check. Bobby did actually on stream approve this list, but say that there were a few things that he would change around. Because I went in the comments, I'm like, did Bobby actually approve? He said, yeah. When he was
wait.
This is when he was on his podcast with like Nika and those
This is
guys.
not Bobby's list. This is the list.
This
that
is not
said
Bobby's
was
list. This is one that got sent to
Oh.
Bobby,
You
and
know
Bobby
what? In
said,
that case,
yeah.
downvote it and skip over it. I don't care anymore. My fun's
All right.
gone.
yeah,
So let's start here in the top tier. We're gonna slow go this one. So these are best supports. Again, this is as of 11.7. So like Kumba would actually be shot up to like the top probably in this one. I think out of this one, the only one that Bobby said he would move is Geb, and he said he'd move Geb down like 1 tier.
Is this best as in like they're good?
Like
or,
this is
they're
like
fun?
like best supports. Like this is like actual tier list of supports to play in those roles.
I feel like Ares and Geb gotta move down.
Geb for sure. I think Ares is still just good, and that's just because he does so much damage.
I also think Kuzumba maybe.
I
should move down.
yeah.
Kuzumo, I think goes better solo
personally,
but
I hate playing Kuzumbo so much.
So here's our good tier. That was next. Now, Bobby said Terra should go up, and I agree. I think that
Oh,
people
yeah.
are just bad at Terra.
Oh yeah.
And
Terra
same with
goes up,
Maui.
Maui goes up.
Yeah. I think Fafnir might. I think Fafnir's fine where he is. Serb?
I think Ganesh could go
Ganesh,
up.
yeah, Ganesh
can
is
maybe go
really
up.
good when you can play him, but so many people don't play him well.
All right. He's got Shiva, Tyr, and Mulan in there as
Yeah,
well.
Shiva's gotta go
Okay.
down. Mulan's gotta go down.
I think
Shiva's
Shiva-
gotta go down.
don't
Nope.
like that.
Nope.
Yeah, I think I think Mulan is a sleeper good support. I think that not enough people are trying.
Kills people. It's not that she's a good support. She just kills people.
I mean, hey,
She's what Ares wishes that he.
And so yeah, you go back
What?
in season 6 and you're like, man, you know what?
Mulan.
Fenrir's a really good support, and it's like, yeah,
Guys,
because he's
I'm gonna
murdering
play
people.
Nasha and Serket in support.
Mulan
Okay.
on her is one
Awesome.
of the craziest lanes I've ever walked into because I walked into lane as carry, my support step to the side, I get hit by grapple, pillar, impale, I'm dead.
Oh yeah.
That is,
And you should die from that.
and I should die. I got I got roasted by one of my teammates in that game in a game against the Mulan. I won Mulan on her, but it was just like, can you stop getting hit by grapple? This was post grapple buff, by the way. This is when grapple was like
Can you
the
stop?
easiest ability. It's like, can you quit
No,
getting hit by
I
that? I'm
can't.
like, no, they're just better. It's an unmissable ability at
They
point.
stay hidden.
Did you
All
not?
right, here's the OK tier.
All right, surely we're moving Kepri up, guys. What's
yeah.
going on?
Vaunus also needs to go up. Athena also needs to go up.
Yeah, Vaunus is insane.
I
stand by this.
believe that Bobby approved of
Bobby
this list.
also
Bobby is so trash.
out of
man.
No
this-
way, Thor
out
is
of-
on this list. Bro.
out of
Get
this-
Surtur, get him out.
Out of this, I believe Bobby said Hurt goes up, Afro goes down.
No, stop.
No, also
Um,
false.
Here's the meh
I think
tier.
Ymir is entirely.
I don't understand.
it. Danza. What is
No,
going
there are
on?
people playing a ton of Danza support. I hate it, but it
Guys.
does work.
Okay, Mercury, guys.
Look, Frostbound Mercury back in the day
Guys,
went crazy,
get help.
but no.
In fact, not too long ago, we just learned about an ADC Yemoja with a Danza support that won a game. So
Yeah, maybe
I'm
maybe
upset
it's,
by
it
that.
goes
I want
up.
you to know, I'm upset.
Morgan Le Fay's thrown in there, which honestly, Morgan Le Fay has a good amount of CC. I could see her being as
Bannering.
support.
Sorry.
Worst.
no.
Okay, again, this is Kumba would now be at the top. Remember, this is 11.7, not Kumba buff. I think Nike has slept on. I think this is a good.
Nike's got to be above any of these fraud.
I think Nike is in an at least okay tier.
yeah, Nike's above.
I hate this list.
Hell-
This doesn't surprise me at
And
all
then,
that Bobby
and then the
signed off
last
on
tier
this.
was the fun ones to play, so they didn't categorize them in like actual good
What?
spots. These are just ones that they found fun to play.
And okay. I'm sorry. I'm tilted about this. Why are you playing Chang'e support? She has no CC outside of her ultimate. What?
though, Lermy.
It heals for 200 at max rank.
Unironically, I had a friend in college who would play like Chang'e, Ra, Afro, hell, like those kinds of gods in
I'm
support, and his
mad.
only reasoning
Yep.
was because they have
This
heals.
ruined my morning, my afternoon.
I'm actively.
I think Hera's a
disappointed.
funny support when you pair it with Cupid because you heart bomb a minion and then you use Hera's like one to shoot it at enemies. I think that's funny.
Wait, and actually, you know what, Jmac, you bring up a point
Wait.
that I think needs to be considered. Where's Cupid?
Oh yeah, where is our
Cupid's
Cupid
got a heal
support?
and
Okay,
CC.
hold on,
Where is
hold
the
on.
Cupid support?
Can
I would
you-
play Cupid support over like at least 10 gods that I can see.
Can you Serket ult a minion and get Hera launched?
Yep.
Yes.
Max,
Can you make a Serket catapult?
Wait, hold on.
Max and I have both done videos on that.
Oh wait, here's what you do. You Serket ult a minion, you Hera launch it, and then you have a Kumba belly bump it even further.
Well, no, what Max and I both did, because I copied his video, is you Serket ult, you heart bomb, and then you Kumba throw. This was before Hera was in the game.
Oh, that's sick.
Hera makes it a lot easier because she can do it instantly. But yeah, you can like 100 to 0 someone if Kumba builds damage.
And then, like you also can't like body block which minion gets flung by a Kumba
Yeah.
with Hera. You just get an easy throw.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, this is
yeah,
something.
This list is messed up, man.
I'm gonna give this list a solid meh.
I'm not even gonna give it a meh.
You're gonna give
And
it a-
again, the fact that Bobby approved of it makes it worse.
Yeah.
I'm
By the
apathetic.
way, he did that live on stream. He approved this list.
If Bobby said he didn't like it, I would give it much more respect.
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
Support is really fun.
I'm gonna give you a thumbs up just because it's courtesy
is
to give you an up vote here. But
you will not have fun if you play Chang'e support. I'm
Now
sorry.
in Yemoja, real fun to play. Ganesh, real fun to play. Capri,
Yeah, if we
Ymir?
cut up, even if we cut up the list at the OK tier, I'm happy with that list. That's chill. Like maybe there's a couple things in the
Yeah,
wrong
like
spot,
that you
but-
disagree with, but like, yeah.
you know.
The minute Meh got involved and like Giannis
And
was
I'm starting to see
included,
Danza, Neith.
Mercury.
What's going on, man?
What is this build, bro? It's a fully stacked rage?
I
all
will,
right, this one is
actually,
what am I even doing when I play this guy?
I've got to latch on to one thing before we do that, and
Yeah.
it is just that Wukong support I've been a truther of for a long time.
I get
is-
it. I get it.
I will admit up front, it is not good. It is not great,
But I get it.
but it is fun.
Has more CC than Chang'e.
It was a
All
lot
right.
better when he had 2 knockups.
I gotta dissect this build here for a sec. So you've got 2 tank items at the back end, the
What is-
Berserker
what is
Shoguns,
happening?
3 DPS, and a redstone.
Okay, before we watch this clip, keep in mind EFG, Elixir, Power Pot. Okay, we've
Yeah.
got that. All right.
Okay. Any no,
Oh,
no
and 3 beacon buffs.
yeah, 3 beacon buffs. No buff on them though, so no like red buff or anything like that. Okay. Let's take a look.
And Shoguns.
Oh, this is Gilgamesh. I don't know why I
Yeah,
thought
it's
it was Chernobog.
it's a Gilga. All right. 400 HP. Drop kick. Doesn't get the
Oh,
stun.
no.
Ult.
Okay,
Jump in.
boing.
Why is he not auto
You
attacking?
didn't kill them yet? Okay. Maybe you go back. Nope.
This is one of
They
those
live.
classic ability-based crit Gilgamesh.
He is just.
Why didn't the Fenrir jump?
He tried to. He was brutalizing him, is what it was. Oh, drop kick into the Yanasa? All right.
This clip's alright.
Okay.
I feel like that should have gone way worse, and for some reason it just went fine.
This dude does look like me playing Gilga, where I'm just standing there left clicking, just like flailing away, hoping somebody walks in front of me though. Like this was it this point here? This one is just silly me. It's just stand. I'm not even on top of them. Just stand and just hold left click. That Fenrir did
They are
throw
using
though
the
by
chainsaw
walking in.
skin, so I can,
Yeah, the auto attacks are so good.
Yeah.
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 Your noise is better
so
than
many
mine.
things could have gone wrong there.
But somehow everything went right for them, and you know what?
I'm
happy
proud
for
of
them.
you.
We're happy for you. Shell and Aegis return as relics
They're
in
so
Smite
bad.
2, but you can only have one.
It is tough to
thing
say
to
no to
reminder.
beads or Blake. However, the second I'm playing against Hoken, the second Poseidon gets added, the second, Scylla,
Yeah.
I'm getting Aegis.
I'm not getting Aegis. It's
Look,
done.
here's the
It's
thing.
dead.
I'm
I don't
getting
want it
Aegis and
anymore.
I'm buying, what is it?
I've learned to live without it.
That, what is it? Talisman of Purification or something like that? Or Totem of Purification?
Yeah.
I can't remember the name of the item. I'll just buy that instead. That'll be
Here's
like,
the thing about how if you can just blink out of that ability, you can
Yep.
kill him dead
Honestly.
afterwards.
Bingo.
And that is combat
Like,
Blake.
why do you
Combat-based
need
blink?
Aegis?
Although, okay,
Give me
I'm
out.
not gonna talk more on combat Blink. I'd go on my soapbox, and y'all don't want that.
Thunder's also still just good too. But yep, you can get Aegis and you can get Phantom Shell.
I'm a big
now.
Shell truther in Smite, so I'm excited to have Shell.
Shell
I'm probably I'm gonna be real. Getting Sunder is real fun, and it makes me feel like Hog of Old. And Blink is real fun, so there's a good chance I'm not gonna get the Shell, but I'm a big Shell truther.
It is there if you need it.
And you got to remember though, you can only buy this at the beginning of the game as well. So you got to keep that. We'll go ahead and end the segment on a video that I thought was very funny, which was new meta start.
Okay, what are we looking at?
All right, here let's take a pause here. So Arachne's at speed buff on the opposite side. Duelane is doing their normal thing. Wukong's trying to pull his shaman, his harpies here, but the Anubis grabs it.
So the Arachne
I'm-
started her left side speed.
Which-
the solo
yeah.
can't solo his backs.
No, because Anubis
And
took
Anubis
them.
is going to obviously die to them.
Anubis, run, buddy, run, run, Anubis, run.
Did he pull speed?
No, he didn't pull speed. Oh, the red buff got him. New meta.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I don't often agree with the good game you rock.
But here,
is a
That one
moment where I'm like,
one
where have
feels
you
like it was
been?
pretty rewarded. and
here's what I'll say.
earned.
If the Arachne didn't web up for the Anubis, I can see how a newer player would be a little bit lost. Like he's like, well, I can't do speed, so I'll just go with Wukong. All I know about the early game is that I go over here and I do buffs with someone. The person I usually do buffs with is gone, so I'm gonna just maybe we'll do red and backs, and Wukong instead of helping kind of stood there and pinged.
I am putting some of the blame on Wukong for not even
Yeah.
cudgeling the harpies. I think he was just so dumbfounded that somebody was there. He's like, "What do I?"
This
what are
makes
you
this makes a
doing?"
much funnier clip, but if he just went with the Anubis to red, I think the start could have been salvaged. That's all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So if
It's an Arachne diff.
so,
100%.
I think everyone has a little bit of fault here except for Dueling. Dueling's chilling.
There is multiple faults.
Yeah.
Arachne should have just webbed up left speed and then gone over to help do speed red.
Or vice versa. You could web and say Anubis pull here. You can solo these with my spiders. I'm gone. That's also okay.
Yeah, because Anubis 1 does a lot of damage at this stage of the game.
If you have double webs, you can do both those buffs without Arachne.
The worst case scenario here for the Wukong is you don't hit level 2 going to wave.
Yeah.
That's your worst case scenario, which does suck. But you are a Sun Wukong. You get the extra damage to wave and whatnot anyways. You're going to be fine. And you also win damage
he
in
went
that.
Warrior's Axe and not Bluestone.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, just go Bluestone. Bluestone's so good on Wukong. Especially if you go redstone. But
And you know what? Actually,
did
we're
make
turning
for-
on it. This is all your fault.
no, this made for a funnier clip based on how it played out, but this definitely could have been salvaged. There's some fault on a few different
This is a
individuals
moment.
here.
If this happened on stream, I'd be like, yeah, I'm just gonna watch this
Yeah.
happen. This
Yeah, no, this makes for funny content.
This is pure
but,
content.
But if this is not a competitive, it's just a regular casual, just run with it. Just run with it. Help them clear out the wave. Go to your blue. Move on about your day.
Yeah.
do what I do, and if you're gonna, and only play with friends.
Literally all three outside of Duo are at fault here, but I'm gonna blame Billy. There.
I kind of want to see the comments though to see what anyone says.
All right. We'll take.
Because
quick
again, I
50
think
comments and we'll-
blaming the Anubis here is a little bit rude, considering there's a fair chance that he just didn't know what to do.
people are doing weird, crazy stuff right now. Most of it makes no sense. This looks on par with some of the starts I've seen in ranked.
In ranked? Yo.
Okay. The faint Aegis in the distance was the cherry on top.
Oh, I didn't even see
I
that.
didn't see
I
it.
didn't even notice it. Got the average Arachne and the average Anubis player in the same time. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you remember the tier list from last week with the toxicity? And I bet those two were at the top of that list.
What the dog doing?
Finally, someone asked why not help.
Yeah. No. Yeah. It took too many comments to go down to ask why
Upvote
not
that
help.
one. Upvote it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did they reply in anywhere?
What's the OP's name? Oh, I guess it says OP.
Yeah, it'll say OP next to it. I just scroll through and see if there's OP.
No, there. Oh wait. Here. Nope. 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 Nope.
Oh my
no
God,
response.
we're really
Okay, there are some people out there
No
writing
response.
theses on these.
One more reply? Yeah. Nope. It's gone. All right. Well,
Well, you got a chance to defend yourself.
Hey,
help out
You
your
got a
teammate.
funny clip out of it, you know. man.
Gavel,
Look,
where's
you-
the gavel? Somebody
you got
pound the
you got
gavel.
a
You're
funny
guilty
clip.
of
You made it on this week in our
not
Smite.
helping.
Like
At the end of the day,
this reminds me of I saw a clip of it was a couple that was from out of the country and they rented a Tesla and they were at a gas station and they were trying to poke it with the gas.
Oh,
Like they
no.
couldn't figure out where the gas went. And there was just a guy laughing, filming them from the car. And then after about 5 minutes, he goes, "It's electric!" Like he yells to them and tells them.
Wuggy, wuggy.
But I was like, it kind of took a while before you didn't have to film them for 5 minutes just because it's a funny clip. They clearly were foreigners and didn't know you don't gas up an electric car. You know, I feel like they could have solved this issue, but some people like to watch the world burn.
And me, I like to watch.
I will admit, there are times where I'll watch something like dumb unfold because it's making me giggle a lot. So maybe I might be part of the problem here.
That's just reality TV, I think.
Yeah, like I'm enjoying myself watching this happen.
Hey, that's your prerogative, man. You do you. I would have definitely done the buff with Anubis.
Oh, I would have done it.
And then I would have like to myself been like, this game, man. You know, like I would have been like, this team, what's going on?
I'm gonna be
Like,
late to my
What's
blue.
going
I'm gonna be
on
late to my
here?
lane.
I wouldn't have
Oi, oi,
canceled
what's
that
all
for
this
sure.
then?
Yeah, exactly.
But that's going to do it for this week in our Smite. Remember, if you want to see yourself featured on This Week in our Smite, put some content up on the Smite Reddit and get some good upvotes, and you might just appear on the next episode of that. But we still got plenty more to go on here in this casual Friday week, so make sure you stick around, and we'll be right back.
Comment Jmac likes shoes.
Made in Georgia.